today I really feel she could benefit from a break. So I'm putting her needs before mine, of course, without hesitation. And she's gonna get the day off. Right, Harlow? You gonna get a break today? Good Saturday morning, everyone. I am thrilled because one, this is the first morning in a very long time that I wasn't woken up by my pain, whether it's from like my feeding tube or a headache or joint pain, whatever it is. My pain didn't wake me up this morning. I mean, it was still there when I woke up, but not to the extent to wake me from my sleep. And that meant I slept in today all the way till 10:30. That is really late for me. I'm usually up by 9 a.m. at the latest, so feeling very rested this morning. Anyways, the bed's a mess. I'm not making the bed because we're gonna wash the sheets today, and I'm unhooked from my feeds because I didn't feel like being hooked. Sometimes I call it my leash when I'm feeling a bit restricted by my feeding tube bag. It happens sometimes. I just didn't want to be on my leash while I was like getting dressed and getting ready for the day, but I'm about to hook back up now, so no big deal. Haha, my new table runner is in. For this table, the pattern and color very closely matches the pillows, but it is wrinkled, like creased from where it was folded in the packaging, so I'm ironing it on our little mini ironing table. I love it. It looks so good. You can still see the creases a little bit, but over time it'll relax. I think it's a good addition to our living room. We're slowly putting it together, and I've still got some ideas, like maybe some blankets on the couches. I still have stuff I want to put in like the bookshelves, and then the dining room. I'm not done fixing that up either, so we're slowly decorating our home. After living here for just over a year and having like bare walls, it's coming together. What do you think, Harlow? You like it? Are you ready for your day off? Your day off. So if y'all watched yesterday's vlog, you'll know that all of us, including Harlow, had a super long day at the ER. And don't get me wrong, Harlow loves her job. That's actually a pretty big misconception in the service dog world, that service dogs don't enjoy the work or they're forced to work. That is totally not true. Harlow loves her job, and I'm pretty sure I can safely say this for all service dog handlers. We wouldn't make our dogs perform if they didn't enjoy the work, because they're not just our service dogs. They're a huge part of the family, and we just want what is best for them. Also, only a small percentage of dogs have the right temperament and skill set to do the work of a service dog happily, because being a service dog, it can be stressful, and only certain dogs have that mindset to do that stressful work happily. And that's why we're very careful when choosing our service dogs, and through training we make sure they're progressing properly. And Harlow is one of those dogs. She loves to work. If you're around public and you see a service dog looking bored or sad, it's not true. They're just focused. You know, if Harlow was out in public like rambunctious and jumping and barking and looking happy and excited, that's not proper etiquette for a service dog. She wouldn't be focused on helping me. But she loves her job. Out in public, she does look bored, I guess, but like I said, she's just focused. And the big thing about working is dogs like to have a purpose. And Harlow's purpose is to help me and continue with her training, and she absolutely loves it. Now, with all that being said, even people who love their job, and even people who love their job so much it doesn't even feel like work anymore, still need a break every now and then. Something that can happen with service dogs is they can burn out, especially in the training phase. Harlow is done with her training phase, although training never really ends for service dogs because you have to keep up with established skills. But her in training main phase is done. She's my service dog. You know, she is well behaved out in public. She does tasks that mitigate my disability. She needs little to no redirection anymore. She's a well-trained service dog, but even so, sometimes she needs a break. You know, with all the moving around with the hurricane and how much she was working during that, and then all day in the ER yesterday, today I'm gonna give her a break. She's getting the day off. And even though she does work for me, she gets a lot of off time. She gets time to just run around the house and be crazy. She has as many toys as she could possibly need, more than she needs, and she's spoiled and well loved. You know, service dogs have tons of off time. I make sure she never gets overworked, and since she worked so much yesterday, today she's getting a break. Yes, I need her with me. Yes, I can't leave the house by myself, but I have my mom, my service human, and I put Harlow's well-being before mine. You know, even though it's safer and easier for me to go out with Harlow because she does things other people can't do. No one can tell me you're about to pass out in 15 minutes, let's take precautions, you know. I like to have my independence and depend on Harlow rather than another person, but today I really feel she could benefit from a break, so I'm putting her needs before mine, of course, without hesitation, and she's gonna get the day off. Right, Harlow? Come here. You gonna get a break today? Harlow's also very peaceful at home. She doesn't have any signs of separation anxiety, so she's very happy to just chill at home. I leave out a few of her safe toys, which I don't have to supervise her with, and she just chills. Right, pup? Is that what you do? I'm so proud of you. You're such a good dog. We're out of the house without a hippo. It is a strange feeling, I must say. She's like my furry shadow, and I don't have her. I do feel a little vulnerable without her, but you know, sometimes you gotta go without your service dog, and that's okay. But got my service human here, my mom, and you'll see she has the same leggings as me. We have the same pair, and I was totally gonna wear them because I think it'd be cool to match my mom, but it's really hot out today, so I just put on some shorts. I didn't want to exacerbate any heat issues I might have by wearing leggings while it's hot, even though we're not going to be like out in the heat. Right now we're on the way to grab some breakfast at a place my mom found. We've never been, so should be fun. Well, this place is super cute. I like the brick walls and like the chalk lettering for the menus, but I said breakfast. It is not breakfast time. It's like in the afternoon, but my mom's ordering some breakfast stuff. I'm getting a sandwich. This is fun going out. I mean, I miss Harlow, but I'm having fun time with my mom. So I got a panini with ham and arugula and cheese, and it's awesome. My mom got some eggs and breakfast potatoes. It's in that cute little skillet, so it's pretty tasty. Well, brunch, lunch, breakfast, the meal was good. Sometimes I get asked if it's frustrating to go to sit-down restaurants when I can't eat all that much, and honestly, no, because I enjoy the experience and the company, and I like leftovers. I had half of a panini, tasted great, and I've got leftovers for later. Now my mom and I are going grocery shopping because with the power going out in our house for 3 days with the hurricane, we lost all our groceries. They have blueberries back at Walmart. Harlow loves blueberries for snacks and whatnot, so I'm gonna get her some of those. My mom is so cute. She got cookies for her students because the schools here are closed until Monday, and she's a Spanish teacher, so she got welcome back cookies for her students. How sweet. So a lot of the aisles are still kind of cleared out from the hurricane prepping. Like a lot of the jelly and peanut butter is still out. All of the big cereals too. Just gone. Wow, there's no eggs. That's crazy. My mom went to a supermarket yesterday to grab a few quick things, and she couldn't find eggs either. All empty. What is this here? Do you know?
Yeah, where the you know, the meat and the cheese for sandwiches are.
Oh, yep, that would go fast.
Sausages for breakfast and all that.
Some significant shortages around the supermarket, but they're doing a really good job of getting things back together. They didn't have any jelly for Judd's peanut butter and jellies, but hopefully by the time he gets home, I will have it back in stock. Quick update on Judd. I heard from him this morning. He's doing well, still doing good things. Still no idea when he's coming home, but he's doing what he loves and we fully support him. I'm just happy to know he's safe. So our blueberries spilled everywhere. My mom got another thing for Harlow, but I feel so bad. Like it just, while we were unloading the cart, it fell over.
It doesn't matter where you bring them, they
and
run the
toppled.
It's like herding cats.
My mom said brooming them is like herding cats. I don't want to move the cart to smush them. I felt so bad when the blueberries spilled. I pulled something out of the cart to put it on the conveyor belt and they just toppled over. I should have been more careful, but they went everywhere, and then my mom was brooming them up. Mom, you said it's like herding cats. And I just imagined somebody saying, like trying to herd cats, and it made me laugh so much. So I was laughing, and then I got the broom and broomed the blueberries next to the motorized cart, and I was so worried to move forward and squish them and make a bigger mess, but between my mom and the cashier and I, we got away with no squished blueberries. It was a success. It was just
no, there were some
funny.
squished.
Oh, we squished some of them?
Yes.
Oh, I feel bad.
but not many, and I was able to, you know, get them off the floor with a broom. So.
Okay, we did the best we could. I mean, mistakes
But every time
happen.
you broom the one side, you know, because the blueberries will go, we're gonna shoot.
it was an event. That made me laugh. I do feel a bit bad though, but the cashier said it was okay. Hi, Harlow. Did you enjoy your day off? Did you miss me? I missed you so much. Hi. I got my leggings back on. Hi, Pup. I missed you. Is that what you did all day? Did you just play with that toy of yours and relax? Take a breather? You deserved it, you good girl. So Hippo was good here, nothing out of place. Now, what's funny is sometimes when she's left alone, like with my last hospital stay, it just wasn't practical for her to be in the hospital with me. And of course my mom and Judd would come take care of her, but they said sometimes when they'd open the front door, there'd be a pile of belongings at the front door with her, and she'd kind of be curled up with them, like the TV remote, a towel from the kitchen, one of the blankets from the blanket bin, and they would just be like, yeah, she just brought all these things by the front door, and they weren't chewed up or anything, but when we came in, she was just so happy to see us. And I was like, oh, maybe she's just making a pile of things that smell like us because she missed us, but she's pretty happy to stay at home when she needs to, because it's not always practical to have your service dog with you, and whether or not you take your service dog on any given occasion is just a personal choice of the handler, and I always do my best to make choices in the best interest of Harlow and myself. And of course, I always put Harlow before me when needed. So anyways, shopping was a success. Walmart was good, and we stopped at Publix on the way home and found eggs and jelly for Judd. And I was talking to my mom, I'm like, this went by so fast, that was crazy. And she's like, yeah, well, we didn't have the dog. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't have Harlow. Nobody was stopping us to ask us questions about her. And I've talked about this before, but when you have a service dog and go out, people are gonna stop and ask questions because the dog is interesting. I don't fault people for that at all, because it's not like they realize they're the literally 12th person to stop me and ask me that same exact question that day. Yes, it gets tiring, but it kind of just comes with having a service dog, and it does make your errands longer because people are stopping and trying to talk to you about your service dog. But today out in public, no one talked to us. I mean, there was one point where I dropped my phone and I couldn't safely bend down to get it, and I was like, Harlow, oh, she's not here, oh my goodness. And some random person actually got it for me, which was nice. Also, it made me realize how much I value my independence because of Harlow. Not that I need to realize that, I know she does so much for me. But anyways, rambling, there are pros and cons to having a service dog. It's not all glorious, but it was a big decision we made, and eventually we realized that the pros outweighed the cons for me, and it's been a great decision for my independence. Right, Hippo? Right? And another thing I would just like to touch on real quick is that a service dog is not a cure. Right, Harlow? She's like, what are you talking about? No, service dogs are not a cure-all. Don't get me wrong, having Harlow has infinitely improved my life, but having a service dog is not the sole thing we're doing to benefit my health. We're doing many, many different things, many approaches, and a service dog is just one of them. And like every treatment, a service dog isn't for everyone. You know, we've thoroughly discussed whether or not I would benefit from one, whether I qualified for one, meaning that I don't just have a medical condition, but I'm disabled by my medical condition, and the dog can be trained to perform specific tasks to mitigate my disability. But if you're interested in learning more about service dogs, I have a video called Service Dog 101. Anyways, basically what I'm trying to say is they're not cure-alls, they're not for everyone. There are pros and cons to a service dog, just like anything you do for your health, but at least in my case, it was the right decision, and you were just the best dog in the world. You're so cute. Made it into bed with clean sheets and a happy puppy who I think thoroughly enjoyed her day off, but I also think she's ready to get back to work because she does love her work, and I love that you love to help me. Good girl. I was gonna take her to the dog park for some extra fun, but with the hurricane, a lot of the trees got knocked over and we can't even get through the gate. I actually call it Harlow's Park because it's always empty and it's just her in there, but gonna have to wait till they clean that up, which I'm sure the neighborhood organization will do that soon. And I had some cucumber for a bedtime snack. It was really nice. And Oh, I know I gave out a lot of service dog info in this vlog. I found a really great article that gives even more information, and I'll put a link to it in the description. So if you want to learn more about service dogs, if you're interested in getting one or anything, highly recommend this article. I love it. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight, and thanks for joining us on our adventure.